Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, Mr. Toussaint? How you doing? How you doing this week?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good. What's happening?
Awesome.
What's happening?
It just dawned on me
What
while
dawned
the
on you?
intro was playing
Mm-hmm.
that I've worn this same sweater in like probably half of the episodes that we
They
filmed.
don't know when you're shooting. We
Yeah.
shoot multiple
Like,
episodes in a day.
guys, I promise I'm clean.
We shoot
I
multiple
promise.
we shoot multiple episodes in a day.
Listen.
And
I genuinely just happened to be wearing this when I come
Okay.
into the studio.
Okay.
Like, it's crazy.
okay.
Mhm. It's really
It's okay.
comfortable.
So what's
Like a
happening?
sweater.
What's going on? This is a new week.
Yeah, new week,
A new week.
new stories,
Yeah.
new people, new craziness.
I know new crazy.
New-
Definitely new
Oh,
craziness.
yeah.
Oh yeah. What's crazy about this week?
Oh.
I can't wait for your stories. I'll be honest with you. They're very entertaining.
Well, first
Very
of
entertaining.
all, we have not a story to start off today, but a video. Because
Okay.
I saw the craziest
Mhm.
shit
Mhm.
online on like Twitter or Reddit or something.
Right.
And it was like these girls jumping like this white girl in an airport, and it was really funny. To me, it was funny, but it was
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, there's
always posting.
I'll be
stuff
honest with you.
that-
There's some videos, when you scroll, there's some videos that are really, they stop and they make you think.
Exactly.
They make you wonder how society has just degenerated to the point that it has. Because these things, I never saw these things happening before. Maybe it's because there was really no social media before to capture all this stuff. But I think people have gotten crazier with social media. I'm sorry.
People were saying that like, oh, these are people who never like in an airport doing stuff like that. These are people who've never like experienced 9/11. Like, these are post 9/11 kids. Like, they have
Oh, they have to have. Oh, yeah. If they're going to act up like that in an airport, it just has to be some stuff. Yeah, they don't know anything about 9/11.
Yeah, which I disagree, because I feel like post 9/11,
Mhm.
like, we don't have any memories of like an airport being like crazy chaotic,
Mhm.
or like crazy chaotic in the sense that you can like kind of walk in and do whatever you want.
Right.
For us, that shit is like, you step into an airport and you're in a maximum security prison.
Absolutely.
Like,
It's always been like
security
that.
is tight.
It's always been like
Yeah,
that.
that's always how I felt.
I mean,
so.
I did a lot of growing up pre 9/11. Things have definitely changed. Things have definitely changed.
This might be a strange time to say that I'm actually a post 9/11.
You're a post 9/11 baby.
By 3 months.
You don't know anything about before 9/11.
By 3 months.
It's really,
3 months.
things have really changed.
Mhm.
Why don't we just get into it? Let's see. I don't know what you're talking about. So you sent me the video to play.
Yes,
I have no idea what I'm about to watch.
Go ahead, roll the tape.
Well, let's see. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on in this tape? Let's see.
I don't know if this is new, if this is old, or okay.
Oh, Lord.
I can't even understand anything.
Yeah, I just hear yelling. Oh, not by the carousel. Oh no. Oh no.
And they still try to be harassed.
What the heck? Damn.
I'm so sorry.
So what's the story behind it?
No idea. And then he's damn.
What
Like,
the
oh my-
heck? What is the story behind all that?
Literally no clue. If y'all know
Wait,
what
hold
the
on a sec.
context is behind that, please
hold
let
on.
us know.
You're the one who sent this.
Yup.
What is this all about? What did
No idea. Genuinely no clue. I just saw it. I didn't even see that whole video. I didn't even see the end where they were beating her ass when she was on the ground. That's crazy.
What the
I
heck?
just saw up until the point where they had her on the carousel going around.
Listen, if anybody knows what that is all about, please let us know.
Oh
Please
my
let us
God.
know.
Like,
You know,
I
you
don't
know,
condone violence, but like,
sadly, that's not the wildest stuff I've
nope,
seen on
nope.
the internet, especially on TikTok. You see all
Oh,
types of nonsense. And sometimes, when I'm scrolling, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I just have
yeah.
to take a break.
Yup.
I'm like, this is just, the worst of mankind all wrapped up in a little ball for you to
Mhm.
see, within like a 15-minute time span,
Yep. You see
which
the comments on the videos that's like, well, that's enough internet for me today.
that's ridiculous. That's already enough internet for me. You know
Yep.
what? I'm done. Let's go.
I'm sorry. That was so funny to me.
Anyway,
Them running around on the carousel to
absolutely
go
ridiculous.
beat her up.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Like nothing is ever that. Like
Fighting.
if there's any takeaway from this video, if there's
Mhm.
any message, it's
Yeah.
that nothing is ever that
That
serious.
you got that
It's
right. You
truly,
got that
truly,
right.
truly
Oh,
nothing is ever
let's
that
all fight on
serious.
the carousel.
Like, I'm so sorry. You're
Listen,
chasing this woman on a carousel. Like,
just
get your luggage and leave.
just
Like,
do not
please.
stomp on my bag.
Like,
Don't stomp on my bag. I want to get my bag and I want to get out of
right?
there.
And assuming that they've already gotten, like, they're off the plane, the carousel
Whatever.
is moving, so they're
Whatever.
just waiting to get their bag. So, like, girl, grab your bag and leave the airport.
At
Like,
least,
you
at
have to
least,
stop to beat her ass?
at least, hopefully they didn't tussle on the plane like that. Even though
Like,
people are getting crazy on planes these
oh
days.
yeah,
There are a
which
lot
is
of
crazy. Like we really are forgetting 9/11. Like I truly
these
feel
people. They don't even know anything about
nope.
9/11.
Like we're literally like what happened to
These,
never forget?
these kids
Here we
don't.
are.
They don't know anything about 9/11. Let's get on with the show. Anyway,
What do I
tell
know about
tell
never forget?
people what kind of a show this is. What goes on here?
All right. This is Talk to Me. We talk. Yeah.
We talk.
Roll roll the credits. That's
We
it.
talk.
We talk. That's it.
That's it.
We talk about anything people want to send in,
Right.
about anything that piques our fancy, about any
Yeah.
events that happen
Yep.
this week, whether it's pop culture, whether it's
Anything.
people
Something on
jumping
your
people in an
anything.
airport, anything.
Anything.
And we give our takes, we give our advice.
Absolutely. And if you want to send us something that you want Mr. Toussaint here to talk about, you will send it to
talktomevibe@gmail.com.
That's
You see how that was
right.
in sync? Yeah.
That's right. Very nice. All right. So do we have a letter? Do we have something? What's
Yes.
going on?
Actually,
Yeah.
before we get into the letters,
Mhm.
I have one more thing that I saw that is just I just thought it was so interesting. We
What's
had
going
to
on?
talk about it.
Mhm.
Which is that I saw this like tweet
Mhm.
where somebody was talking about like neighborhoods where they were like, oh, they're a teacher from California.
Mhm.
And they're like, one of their students was like, oh, one of their students was like, this is like, they were like, oh, I'm from Brooklyn.
Mhm.
And the teacher was like, oh, like, where in Brooklyn? And they were
Mhm.
like, what? We don't talk about like neighborhoods in Brooklyn. Like I'm just from Brooklyn.
Oh no. Oh,
Like,
no. If you are from Brooklyn and you don't know what neighborhood you're from in Brooklyn, or you don't want
you
to talk about your neighborhood, you're not from Brooklyn.
That's what
You're
I was
not from
thinking.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, because
No,
what?
no.
Because I'm like, what are you talking
Please.
about? Especially being from New York City.
No,
You know what
no.
neighborhood you're from.
People in
You
New York
absolutely-
talk about their neighborhoods, exactly where they're
Yeah.
from, what street they're from.
Exactly.
No, you're not from Brooklyn. That girl's not from Brooklyn. Or maybe she came from Brooklyn really young, or I don't know what.
Oh,
she's not.
she's in middle school.
Oh, okay.
The switch up.
No, how
Okay.
old is middle? How old are you in middle school?
Like 12?
Oh, hell to the no! Oh, no!
Yeah, 12,
No, you
13.
know where you're from. At 12 years, no,
Real.
you know exactly what neighborhood
Real.
you're from.
Yeah.
You're already repping your neighborhood. You know where you're from.
Repping
Okay.
your neighborhood
Oh,
at 12
please.
years old. Yeah.
We like right now we're in
In
the
the
Flatbush
streets.
neighborhood. We know we're in Flatbush.
Yeah, a little 80.
I grew up in Prospect Heights. I know my neighborhood.
Yeah. Born
Bronx
and raised
people,
in Harlem.
Bronx people know their neighborhoods. Manhattan people,
Absolutely.
you know
You
your
know,
neighborhood
the
if you're
only
from New
place
York.
where you like kind of wouldn't, not even wouldn't, but it wouldn't matter is Manhattan.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say Staten Island.
Oh, that too, but that's not real.
But even Manhattan, if you live,
Sorry,
most
Staten
people,
Islanders,
like you
you're
work
just
in
not right.
Manhattan, you don't really care where you work.
Yeah.
You work in Manhattan. But if you live in Manhattan, you know exactly, you know what neighborhood you're representing.
I'm so sorry to jump in.
Yeah.
I'm okay. This is okay. To everybody who lives in these places, I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
But
Oh, we're gonna get letters.
I
Oh.
genuinely feel like Staten Island is one of those places that's like not real. Like it's like a cover up. Like it's a hoax. It's not real. Staten Island and like Wyoming. It's like they're not real. Tell me one person you've ever met from Wyoming. I've never met one ever in my
I
life.
don't think I've ever met anybody from Wyoming.
Exactly. I've never met anybody who lived in Staten
And
Island.
Staten Island, I've met people who live in Staten Island. I've
They're
been to
fake.
Staten. I go through
They're
Staten.
covert
I
ops.
go
They're not
through
real.
Staten Island when I'm getting to Jersey, going to
Yep.
Philly or
It's
whatever.
a
I go
real
through Staten
place,
Island.
but like it's like not real.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people don't actually like it's just not real.
I think one of the things,
Sorry.
Staten Island has no,
Mhm.
they have a a rail system. I wouldn't really call it a subway system,
They
but
have like one
they
train.
have one train, and but they don't connect to the rest
There's a
of the city.
like you're not real. Like you're not
Okay,
real.
you're not real.
Like you have to
Okay,
take like the tram to get here. You're not real.
okay,
I'm so sorry.
but
The
what?
ferry,
But the
no.
Staten Island Ferry is a nice little ride, and it's free.
Yeah, they have to make it free because that's the only reason why people are gonna get on a boat to go to somewhere in New York City. I'm sorry,
Lord,
no.
you're gonna get all the Staten
Because
Island folks.
the only people who are gonna take the ferry to get anywhere in New York City are tourists. I'm sorry.
Mr. Toussaint, you're gonna get all the
If you're
Staten Island
going
people
in
on
that dirty ass river to get anywhere in New York City, you are a tourist.
Yeah. Anyway.
You're either a tourist or you live in Staten Island or Queens.
Oh gosh. Oh, let's go. Don't. Okay.
I'm so
You know
sorry.
what?
And that's
We
somebody
got.
who went to high school in Queens. Yeah.
Let's okay. Come. Let's
All right.
continue with the show.
Next
You're gonna
story.
get the whole
Yo.
internet talking about us. Okay. What's
I'm
what's
so
going
sorry.
on? What's
All
going
right.
on?
All right, here's one that somebody said. Um, am I an asshole for not wanting our friends to come back into our house after he literally ate everything we own?
Lord. Okay. Let's hear this one.
Oh
Let's hear
God.
this one.
All right. My husband and I live abroad. Earlier this year, our mutual acquaintance Kay reached out saying that he'd been scammed with an apartment rental and had nowhere to stay. At first, we only offered him to stay for the weekend, but he was polite, helped around the house, seemed grateful, so we ended up letting him stay for the full 20 days that he asked for. During that time, some things rubbed us the wrong way. He never bought groceries. Multiple times he pretended he was going to pay but forgot his wallet or claimed he could only use Apple Pay, which isn't accepted at our local supermarket. He'd eat way more than his share. Once my husband and I shared half a pizza, he ate the other half without contributed. He didn't eat half the pizza. He ate another whole pizza and their half without contributing. Still, we felt bad for him, so we let it go. We stayed friendly. A few months later, we were planning a 17-day trip. Since he was struggling with rent, we offered to let him stay at our place in exchange for taking care of our dog. Wrote him a whole Google Doc with instructions and told him he could eat anything in the fridge that was going to expire, like fruits, vegetables, yogurt, whatever. When we came back, everything was gone. And I mean everything. The entire fridge, freezer, and pantry. He finished 2 jars of jam, an entire jar of peanut butter, a giant Costco bottle of olive oil, condiments, rice, snacks, even my husband's supplements were all gone. Hold on, sorry, 1 second, I lost the rest of it. Yup, okay. First of all, crazy. And supplements, creatine, protein, collagen, all of it completely gone. He completely destroyed a ceramic pan. He consumed things that usually last us 6 months in just 2 weeks. I honestly suspect he might have just taken stuff with him because it's insane how much was missing. I didn't confront him except to ask him to replace the pan, which he mocked me about, saying, "It's just a pan, like why are you making it a big deal?" I felt deeply disrespected. Now he keeps texting me, acting like nothing happened and wants to hang out. I told my husband I don't want him in our home ever again. My husband says I'm being too harsh, and even if he wants to stay friends, that's his choice. But I feel completely taken advantage of and disrespected.
Okay.
It's reasonable to feel taken advantage of and disrespected after you've been taken advantage of and disrespected. like that's what happened. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that you would feel that way. Like,
I think the husband sound dumb.
Oh yeah.
Just I don't know if they're
Well,
friends or whatever. I don't know, But
Um,
what that but and the guy staying over, that's a user.
like
That's just a
not even a
user.
user, girl. Let me look you. Let me hold your hand when I say this. You were robbed. Like he
You're
robbed you. He
absolutely,
robbed you.
absolutely. And the thing is, kind of, you made the mistake twice.
Hmm.
That first time he stayed over, he already showed you signs of how because sometimes you don't really know somebody until you live with them for a
Yup.
while. He
Yup.
showed you all the signs then, and then you let him stay again, and you gave him all this leeway to
Yup.
just eat things as long as they're
When
about
you
to
give a
expire.
mouse a cookie,
They're gonna take the whole jar.
exactly. When
They're
you
gonna
give a
take the
mouse a
whole
cookie, he's
jar.
gonna want that glass of milk too.
Oh my
And then he's
gosh.
gonna eat all your husband's protein and
Oh my God. And
supplements.
those they cost a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? Collagen, protein, and whatever,
That's
all of
not
them?
cheap stuff. That's just a plain old
I'm sorry.
user.
The thing that gets me that's like, oh no,
Hmm.
he like he probably like packed like he put some shit in his bag and took it home.
Hmm.
Like he
Hmm.
went grocery shopping in your
Hmm.
pantry. Is
Basically.
first of all the rice and the olive oil. Because you don't go through a Costco sized thing of olive oil in 17 days.
You know,
It's not gonna happen.
when I stay with people, I try to make myself as inconspicuous as possible.
Yes,
I make myself
yes.
small. I don't want to invade your space.
Space.
If I
Mm-hmm.
use something, I
Place
replace it.
it. Yep.
If I soil something, I clean it.
Yes.
I wash the dishes. I do whatever it is that I can to not impose on you because you're doing me a
Exactly.
favor.
By letting exactly
So for somebody to be so like just the opposite of that, I mean, just don't
to
let that person back in your
destroy a
house.
pan
But here,
and be like, oh, it's not a big deal.
this is what I want.
Hello?
You as the up and coming professional,
Hmm.
what do you say to this husband and wife who have differing opinions about this person who invaded their home?
Home.
How do they reconcile? I mean, we could. I think we can all agree. Don't let this guy back in the house.
Of course.
But
But apparently
yeah,
we can't.
right. Well, we
Honestly,
can, but
yeah.
they can't.
Honestly, when it
Mhm.
comes to this is where, again, it really depends a lot on the husband and wife and their own opinions.
Mhm.
Because my opinion on this is might be different from the solution that might actually be best for them.
Okay, what's your opinion?
Because for me personally, this is not something that I would ever let slide. And this is not something that I would ever tolerate. But
Mhm.
I feel like the wife would kind of be more of that opinion. Like, this is something that's very disrespectful.
Mhm.
This is something that, like, I don't like. And I don't like the way I was treated. But clearly, that's not the case for the husband.
Right.
So, what I say is that it's not important who is right and who is wrong, but what is important is making sure that everybody's feelings are heard and respected. Because the problem doesn't come with a wife saying, I
Mhm.
don't want this man in our house because he disrespected me.
Mhm.
The problem comes with the husband saying, you're overreacting and it's not that big of a deal, and I don't understand where you're coming from.
Hmm.
That's a problem
Interesting.
because you need to understand how somebody doing this and taking advantage of your partner will make them feel disrespected.
That's why people need to go to therapists and
Absolutely.
people who have your type of training to get over because me, I'm slapping somebody if they're trying to get that dude into my house. But then again,
No,
we don't know the relationship. We don't know
exactly.
the guy. Whose friend is it? Is it the husband's friend? Are they childhood friends?
Yeah, we
Are
don't
they
know.
war buddies or whatever? Or who knows? So yeah, there's a deeper bit multiple sides to every story.
And it also begs, like, calls into question again the severity of, like, oh, what will happen if the wife comes home one day and
Mhm.
the man is back in their house?
Oh, that's
What
fighting. That's fighting stuff right there.
I actually had that happen
Really.
between people I knew
Uh-huh.
where one I'm not gonna name names, but
Mhm. Who is it? Who is it, Christopher? Who is it?
long story short,
Uh-huh.
some people I knew
Mhm.
when I was in college, one person um had a bad encounter with this man
Mhm.
who had done some bad stuff, and she didn't want him being in their room,
Okay.
despite the fact that this man was friends with their roommate.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
so she tells her roommate, do not let this man into my room, into our room under any circumstances. I don't want him in here.
Yeah.
The roommate let him in, and he found her clothes that she had been packing and peed in her suitcase and peed in her shit.
How did they resolve that? What happened? Oh, geez, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even remember how that.
Oh my
It was
God.
really ugly. It was really ugly.
Oh my God.
But-
And you know what? And shame on that roommate.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I don't even care about what the guy did.
Because people are
shame
talking,
on the
about
roommate.
the guy for a while, but it's like we kind of like debriefed a few years later and realized like how insane it was for her to let him in.
Wow.
Like
shame on that
crazy.
roommate. Shame on that
And
roommate.
you knew that it was a problem.
Yeah.
And you chose to stay neutral.
Right.
And that's kind of the situation that
Not even neutral. You chose to work against
exactly
what your roommate asked. That's not neutral at all.
For not wanting to pick sides, you picked a side.
Shame on that roommate.
That's kind of the situation that I see playing out here again, where it's like, oh well, it's not a big deal. Oh well, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. And then you're allowing this person to continue to take advantage of you at your wife's expense.
But you're right. I totally agree with you. They need to speak to each other. The wife and the husband, they've got a disagreement here about this third party, and they need to speak to each other.
They need to speak to each other, and I think the husband needs to start taking this a little more seriously.
Really?
Because he needs to. The fact it's an issue to me that he can't understand why this would be an issue.
Right.
Especially because this person is not only using the things that they are paying for, but also destroying their items, like literally freaking breaking their pan and saying it's not a big deal and he's not going to replace it, even when asked.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
That
is somebody blatantly taking advantage of you.
Absolutely.
And you're just saying, oh, well, oh, not a big deal. It is a big deal, actually.
Absolutely. Anyway, we need to have a little station break.
All right.
And we have a brand new little commercial that's about to play, which is kind of fun. So this is the grand premiere of our newest station break.
Yay!
Be back soon.
Yo, brother. Sak Dodor Vibe la.
O baz, koto keye?
M'tande an pil moun ak pale de li.
Dodor Vibe Radio se yon nouvo stasyon radio nan la kou Brooklyn. Yo jwe bon müzik epi yo pay bon informasyon.
Ki jan sa? Mba konen, non?
Men Fafan, mwen de Fafan.
Fafan,
Oh, sa nap fe la? Sak pase mesye myo?
sa ou kont de Dodor Vibe? Sa ye men.
Dodor Vibe FM yo relel. Yon nan pi bon stasyon radio nan la kou Brooklyn.
E vre? Kote map jwen li men.
Wap jwen di tout kote.
Ki jan tout kote la?
Tout kote mdi yo. Se yon stasyon sou internet. Depi ou gen internet, wap ka koute l nepot kote ou ye nan le monde entier.
Ouwe, ou te gen le pase mtap bay manti.
Ki fa? Le monde entier?
Jan tendel. Epi gratis ti chéri.
Oh, epien, kote map jwen radio sa.
Rale telefon nou, epi monte sou dodorvibe.com.
Ok. DODORVIBE.com.
C'est ça. Bisous mes amours.
You're chilling with the smoothest sounds on Dodor Vibe FM, bringing you that laid-back vibe straight from Brooklyn.
Dodor Vibe.
Dodor Vibe.
Dodor Vibe. I think Fafan is cute. Little cartoon character. She mad cute. I see you think so also, Mr. Toussaint.
Anyways, moving on.
All right, what is the next story?
Actually, before we move on to our next story,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I've been staring at this. What the fuck? What is this?
What?
There's a pair of socks that have been sitting on the table.
Oh,
And
what do they say?
can't rees I run with hope.
Okay, those are from our deportation store.
Our what?
Our deportation. You know, let me share the screen
Our
here.
our
Deportation store. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know about those services.
Ice.
Ice. exactly.
can't.
Exactly.
What?
You know, Dodor Vibe radio station is owned by Dodor Services. And Dodor Services, we provide a lot of services. One of the main things we do is provide services to immigrants. We fill out USCIS forms, immigration forms, and stuff like that. And let me actually,
That's awesome.
and we've got a website that we put together. Let's see, let me just share the screen here. See if I can put this up. Yeah, here we go. There we go. And that's our deportation resources site.
Oh, wow.
And you can get to it by going to canibedeported.com or in Haitian Creole, esqueyoukadeportim.com. We've got a lot of information here about your rights, about the latest news, so on and
Wow.
so forth. And we've also got a store here where we sell a lot of sort of
Nice.
kind of deportation gear. Okay.
Oh,
So
I
you
need
can
to- I
click
need
on
to
some of
buy
these
some of
things. They're
these.
not too expensive, and you can let the world know how you feel.
Exactly.
Okay, but that's what it is.
Y'all check out this store.
So that's what you have there. That's what you
I will be getting that beanie.
okay. Get that
Yeah,
beanie.
I
Get
will-
that
thank you.
beanie.
I will be
Because I
getting
think
that.
I'm going to get one also.
Yeah.
And the weather's getting cold, so
Exactly.
it's just about time
You
for us
gotta
to
protect
start.
your bald little head.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, so what else is going on? What do we have? What's new?
All right. Ooh, I like this one.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't like this one. But
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Am I the asshole for refusing to sell my house to a landlord? No, you're not. Fuck landlord.
Oh, sell your house
Yes, to a landlord.
okay, let me hear this.
Yes.
Let's hear
Okay.
it. Let's hear it.
I bought a fixer-upper in my mid-20s with my now ex. I bought him out of the lease, but agreed to give him back his portion of the deposit he paid upon the sale, whatever that may be. Did that make sense when I said that?
Say it again.
I can't tell if I
Say-
like literally.
Say it again. Say
Yeah.
it again.
I bought a fixer-upper in my 20s with my now ex. I bought him out, but agreed to give him back his portion of the deposit when he paid. There it is. But I agreed to give him back his portion of the deposit he paid upon sale, whatever that may be.
Now it makes sense.
Okay, cool. We remained friends as we've known each other since childhood. Regardless of that, I still stick to my plan to my work 8 years later. I told him I was in the process of selling the house. He asked me if I had any offers, and I told him, yeah, but only from a few landlords. I didn't think that needed further explanation because he knows full well how I feel about landlords buying up starter homes in lower income areas and how strongly I felt about turning this house into a home for myself and the next occupants. Yeah. He's absolutely furious at me for not getting a quick sale because he wants his measly $5,000 back now. Or it now, like it's emphasized now, or he wants it back. I told him no way and tried to remind him of all the offers we made on starter homes that just got swept up by landlords. It was devastating and we almost lost all hope of getting on the property ladder. None of them wanted this one because it needed so much work. He's blowing my phone up and told my parents, who are more gently telling me to just go for the easy sale, but I'm in no rush to move and want all my hard work to go into a family instead of somebody's business. I think that's it. Unless my phone is being weird. Nope. There it is. All right. Giving him the $5,000 specifically from this sale has been discussed over messages many times in the past. If I just give him the $5,000 now, he could still say I owe him more from when I sell the house. Getting him out was a nightmare as he can be pretty nasty. Most of the time he's fine, but he suddenly switches up and goes to war with people. What should I do?
I'm totally confused. Okay, so let's just a little recap for me. I'm a little slow.
Okay, long story short,
Yeah.
they bought a house together.
They bought a house together. Okay.
He doesn't live with them anymore because they broke up.
Okay. So they bought a house, broke up, they're not together.
Yes.
But he put some money in it.
Yes,
All right.
for when they
Okay.
bought it.
All right.
So she bought him out, so she
Okay.
paid for whatever. So
Got
he's
it.
not on the lease anymore at all.
Okay.
But
She bought him out of the lease.
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know how starter homes work, to be
Okay.
honest. I don't know how much of anything about homeowning. But she bought him out
Okay.
on the condition that he would get whatever money, like he would get a percentage of whatever money
Right.
she makes
Of
from
the
what he
profits.
sells.
Right.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay.
So she's trying to sell, and he's like, "Have you sold it yet? Have you sold it yet?
Okay.
Have you sold it
He's
yet?"
putting pressure on her. Okay.
Yes, because the only people who have put up offers are landlords.
Right.
And you know how landlords work, right? Where they like buy a shit ton of property so that families who are looking to buy homes can't do it. And then when landlords turn all of these like normal starting homes in
Right.
like lower income communities into these big,
Right.
giant, fancy
Yeah.
houses
Yeah.
so that lower income people can't afford to live there anymore.
Right.
And so she doesn't want to do that. She wants to sell to an actual family, and
Okay.
he's pressuring her, saying, "No, just sell
Okay.
to a landlord."
So
Yeah.
he wants her to take the easy way out, sell to a landlord.
Yes.
She wants to do the right thing
Yes.
and sell to an actual family.
Yes, but the only reason that he's pressuring her is because he's in a financial spot. And
He wants the money quick.
Yeah,
he wants the money quick.
He wants
you
his
know
money,
what?
which is like real, but
Yeah.
it's way like there's like get it like
Listen.
I'm not gonna say that this mean.
No,
I was
say
gonna
it.
say that.
Say it.
I'm
Say it.
sorry.
Say it.
Because I almost just said get a job. Like get a job.
It's not even
There's
that-
another
I mean,
way. There are other ways to make.
She's in
money.
control.
Yeah,
She's
like
in control.
You don't really.
She promised to give him some of the proceeds after she sells.
Yes, not even promised. It's like she
That's-
needs like
right.
that's their agreement.
That's their agreement. Unless there's something about the timing in their agreement or anything, but she's the one who's selling. So he just has to sit down and wait for her to finish selling,
Yeah,
and then he'll get
quite
his money.
truly. Exactly.
All right. So in the meantime, like you said, get a job, do whatever, work the night shift, do whatever you need to do.
Or
but
maybe
she's
like you can help her speed it along. Try to
help her find
yeah,
somebody to
Exactly.
buy it. You know, roll up your sleeves and you
and
do some of
get
the lead work.
Don't just say just sell it now.
You're just sitting back and you're waiting for the money to roll in. You know,
Especially knowing how much that she struggled with
Right.
landlords.
And I'm
before.
sure she wants to sell it. She wants to sell it, you know, but if you want it that badly, help her sell it.
Exactly.
Help her sell it.
And now let's talk about landlords, because landlords.
What about landlords? I'm not a landlord anymore. I was a landlord, but I think I was a good landlord. But go ahead.
Let's
don't feel
hope.
like about. No, I was a good landlord. I was a very good landlord.
Let me just say, landlords in New York City.
Oh,
yeah,
Well, yeah. So go ahead.
y'all
Give us
are not good. Well, first of
give
all,
us your anecdote.
if y'all don't know already, there's like a massive, and again, I am not a politician. I only know as there's only so much information that can be stored.
I thought you were going to say,
Right.
I'm not a politician. I just play one on TV.
No, fuck. Yeah, no, please, like, I'm not the person that you should be going for to get your political
Right.
information. That's really not what
Right.
this show
No, I
is
understand
about.
that. Yeah.
I just really don't like landlords
You don't like landlords.
because they suck.
Wait, but a landlord must have done something to you. What happened?
No, they just suck.
So
Especially in New York City,
Well, I'm
they
not-
buy up so much property.
Yeah, there's
Their landlords, to me,
There's-
in my head, are the cause of a lot of
Yeah.
the gentrification,
Yeah.
a lot of the housing crises, a lot of the reason why so many people in New York City, we have plenty of houses here. Maybe we don't have enough, but we have plenty. It's just that nobody can afford to live there.
I totally agree. There's a lot of
Yes.
feisty shit going on.
Yes,
but you know what?
because
It's not.
people keep buying up all
it's
of these
not-
properties
it's
and
not
then
only-
turning them into office spaces that aren't being used. They're
Yes.
just empty, sitting in buildings.
It's not only New
Waste.
York City. This is happening in a
Everywhere.
lot of metropolitan areas,
Yes.
in a lot of and just in a lot of areas across the country,
Mm-hmm.
and even across the globe. You see a lot of this, a lot of these real estate trends happening.
Yes.
So it's nothing new, but yeah, I understand your feeling towards landlords.
And again, I don't-
wasn't one of those landlords though. I didn't have
Yes.
that much money where I was going to buy a whole like block full of apartments and sell it to, you know,
Right?
whatever. I didn't have it like that. I'm not a landlord person.
Of course.
But I wasn't a landlord.
Because you have ethical business practice.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just did the right thing. I just did the right thing. I wanted my
not that hard.
tenants to be as comfortable as possible,
which is what you should want.
And I'll be honest with you, I remember I moved to Haiti and I rented a really nice apartment in a decent neighborhood. This woman was renting it to me, and she was my landlord while I was in Haiti. She was the nicest. She made sure that I had a really easy time while I lived there. I was there for about 5 years. I lived in an apartment for about 5 years, but she made it very, very easy. And, you're just making me think about her. And I need to, with everything that's going on in Haiti right now, I've got to call her up to see how she's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Life would be a lot better, and renting and owning places would be a lot better if landlords cared more about the quality of the living of the people living in their apartments than they did about making money.
Absolutely. I agree.
You should not become a landlord to get rich.
I totally agree.
Housing should not be
well,
an industry that is made for people to make money.
Well, yeah, but that's how it works.
Maybe that's my
how it
dramatic leftist progressive take, is that things like this is, in my opinion, this is my problem with capitalism. Things like housing, food, water, basic needs, transportation, things that people need to survive in everyday life should not be they shouldn't be treated as rarities. They shouldn't be things they shouldn't be industrialized. They shouldn't be things that people are fighting for.
But then when you say something like that, people start accusing you of being socialist.
Oh,
everybody should get everything for free. Blah, blah, blah,
you want people to want to give handouts to children, you want to give children free lunches. Why are we making children pay for lunch? Why are we forcing children to pay to eat? I feel like that's not a radical opinion to have, is that children should be able to eat without worrying about money.
Mr. Toussaint,
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Life is complicated. Yeah. With that, we're going to have to take another little break, and we will be right back. We'll be right back, people.
Dodor Vibe!
The word is getting out. Dodor Vibe is here. It's always Dodor Vibe time, and people love it.
I just love Dodor Vibe. Dodor Vibe en pile, oui.
Dodor Vibe is where it's at.
Be the vibe. Yeah. Feel the vibe.
Dodor Vibe.
Do the vibe.
Ça qu'a fait? Dodor Vibe lié, oui.
See the vibe.
Dodor Vibe. Dodor Vibe, c'est bon bagay.
From Little Haiti to the
Dodor Vibe.
Vibe.
All right.
Vibe.
What's the next story? What's the next story?
All right. This one, I wanted to bring it up just because I think that this is something that people need to hear. It's, am I the asshole for calling my boyfriend an idiot because he won't get a colonoscopy screening even though his mom had colon cancer? All right. So, my boyfriend, 33 years old, has a family history of colorectal cancer. His mom was diagnosed in her early 40s, and it was really bad. She survived, but it was a long, awful ordeal, and he was old enough to remember it. Because of that, his doctor told him he should start getting colonoscopies earlier than most people. He's technically overdue for his first one. Once again, he's 33 years old. His mother had it when she was in her early 40s. They said, oh yeah, you should need to start getting it earlier. He's 33. He hasn't had one yet. he's technically overdue for his first one, and lately he's had some weird stomach problems. I've been telling him for a year to get it checked out. He keeps saying things like, "It's embarrassing. I'm too young. What if they find something bad?" Like that's not the point of the test. The other night, we got into it because he mentioned that his stomach has been bothering him again. I told him point blank, "You're being an idiot. Your mom went through hell with this and you're ignoring your chance to be healthy." I also said that if he won't take care of himself, I don't know if I can plan a long-term future with him because I don't want to lose a partner to something that could have been caught early. He got really upset and accused me of being controlling and dramatic. Now he's barely speaking to me.
He's scared of the consequences.
Very much so.
That's scared of the consequences.
It's not about the test.
No, it has nothing to do with the test.
Yeah,
he's scared of finding out.
Exactly.
Whether he has something or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's guys. It's not a guy thing. It's just a people thing. A lot of people will put off going to the doctor because sort of like if I don't know about it, it ain't gonna hurt me. Mm-hmm. And they're not gonna go to the doctor until the very last minute, until it's like there's no
until
question that you have something until there's no choice.
But the problem is that if you wait until that point, 9 times out of 10, it's too late.
Understood. You don't want to wait until it's too late. Mm-hmm. But you, as the expert, I'm not too sure that her approach in trying to sort of shame him into going, I don't think that's the right approach. I don't know what the right approach is, but I don't think that's the right approach. What would you say? This is somebody you love. You want this person to take care of themselves. They have a history of whatever problem you suspect them of having in their family. How do you get them to go to the doctor?
It's interesting because I actually just had this conversation with my father the other night, which it was funny because my father is actually a survivor of prostate cancer.
Really? Okay.
Yes, but it's unrelated to the story.
I know your father, and I didn't know this. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, good. Okay.
But we were having this conversation, and it was in regards to anxiety, where we were talking about like whatever struggles with anxiety and answering the phone and whatever. And he was saying that it's hard we were talking about it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to gauge how much of this I should say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because
I don't want to blow up his spot.
Right,
but,
don't do that.
Long story short, he was telling me how it's hard sometimes to answer the phone because he associates it with getting bad news. And the conclusion that we came to was that it's not really about answering the phone, but whether or not you answer it or not, the bad news is still going to come. And it's just really about delaying the inevitable. And I think that's the same situation here, where the point that really needs to be made is that doing nothing is far, far worse than doing something and getting a bad result. Where if let's say he gets the test and he ends up having colon cancer, would you rather find out that way, or would you rather find out 3 years down the line when you're lying in a hospital bed? It's not effective and it's not productive to make threats when somebody is obviously scared. Obviously, he struggled with this for a while.
That's the problem I have with her approach. It's the threatening nature of it. Yeah.
Yes.
An ultimatum.
An ultimatum is not going to help somebody who's
actually, on the contrary, the threats might make you stay away from the doctor even more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
However, again, understanding the gravity in the sense of this is not something that's escapable.
Mm-hmm. And at the same time, he may go to the doctor and get a clean bill of health.
Exactly.
You're fine, you're good.
Again, if your stomach has been bothering you for a year and you're too afraid to get a colonoscopy because you're afraid that something is going to be wrong, maybe don't go for a colonoscopy. Go for something else. Mm-hmm. My stomach's really bothering me. I don't want to do a colonoscopy. I'm not ready to know if that's it yet. Could it be IBS? Could it be whatever, whatever, whatever? Maybe I'm having a problem with my appendix. Maybe I have a whatever. What's that thing where like your spleen moves? Like maybe I have that. Like there's a million and one other things that
it could be, right. But you know what? When you're in that situation,
ignoring everything is just never the right answer.
Right, exactly. But you know, I still don't know how I would approach someone that I love who I know has a fear of going to the doctor.
It's a hard situation to be in.
No, I wouldn't. I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would deal with that.
Let me say right here, right now, please, 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 please see a doctor. Please see a doctor, because it's always, always, always better to go before it's too late.
So I'm going to make it hard for you here. What do you tell this woman? Is it her husband or her boyfriend? What's their relationship?
Boyfriend?
The boyfriend?
Yes,
regardless.
Boyfriend.
What does she tell him? What is your advice to her?
To be honest, I would tell her to say it exactly like that, where I'm like, whether like, if you're afraid of going because you're afraid of finding out you have colon cancer, it's better to go and find out now.
So kind of reason with him and give him the pros of doing it now as opposed to waiting. Like
what I would say is that the test isn't going to give you colon cancer.
Right.
The colon cancer is
going to give you
exactly.
Cancer. Right.
So it's like doing the test and finding out you have it is the best thing that could happen to you.
Right. So just kind of reason with him.
The worst thing that could happen to you is not doing the test and dying.
Right.
That's the worst thing.
See, but you're not going to say that to him, because that's
obviously
he ain't going to the doctor after you say that.
But yeah.
Wow.
Finding out and getting treatment. No, actually, the best thing that could happen to you is you take the test and it's clean.
Right.
And you're fine. The second best thing that could happen to you is you take the test and you caught it early.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I think, you just gave me an idea. How about, because colon cancer is very curable,
I believe
if you catch it early.
Yes, if you catch it early.
So maybe talk about the benefits. Hey, catch it now.
Yes.
And
why would you want to wait until it gets worse?
Until you can't do anything about it. Because that's one of the things that has a very high cure rate if it's caught early enough. So maybe
you have a chance now.
If this guy can listen to reason and can understand that,
especially if you've, and think about it like this. He's been sitting on severe stomach pains for a year.
Wow. Yeah.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah, go to the doctor.
That would be enough to get me into the doctor, even without a history of colon cancer.
Absolutely.
With a history of colon cancer, I feel one thing moving there, I'm going to the doctor. But one thing about me, I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm sorry. I went to the doctor because I thought that I might have been lactose intolerant.
Understood, but not everybody's like that. Not everyone is like that.
Nope.
Some people avoid the doctor like the plague.
I was like, I went to the doctor because I snore.
Right.
And I was like, I snore. How do I not snore? And guess what happened? They sent me to do a sleep study, and I found out I have narcolepsy.
There you go.
So guess what? It's always good to go to the doctor, because you never know what might happen.
Some people don't want to know, but okay.
It's always better to know. In my opinion, it's always better to know than to not know.
I totally agree. Totally agree. So what's next? Anything exciting next?
Do we have time for another one?
We have time for, I think, one more.
All right. I think I have one more.
Okay.
Yay. Okay, I like this one.
All right.
Am I the asshole for calling out my friend in front of others for saying you can't be fat and picky?
Huh? All right. Okay. Okay. I think I see where this is going. Go ahead. Yeah.
My friend, N, lives for drama and gossip. N always has something blunt or nasty to say, and honestly at first it was kind of fun, but now it's become draining. The constant drama she brings is frustrating. Today's drama was talking about how one of our other friend's sisters, S. That's it. Today's drama was talking about one of our other friend's sisters, S. We were all married in our mid-20s in the friend group. S, nearing 30 years old, is not. I don't see a problem with it. She's living life. She's having a good time. S wasn't there, but her sister mentioned that she broke up with her boyfriend because he raised too many red flags. Me and a few others said good for her, while N went. We turned to her, who loudly exclaimed that she's not getting any.
Wait. What did she do? What did she do?
She was like, like
In Haiti, we call it chip.
they said tisk. Like,
all right.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Click your teeth.
Go ahead. Sorry.
We turned to her, who loudly exclaimed that she's not getting any younger and she needs to stop being so picky. The sister did agree, but seemed a little skeptical of her words nonetheless. She continued on saying that S can't be fat and picky. Everyone went silent after a few awkward chuckles, and N kept talking. N is a bigger lady, by the way. She was the youngest married out of all of us at 20. Her husband is obsessed with her. She doesn't work or do anything around the house and has no kids. He literally cooks, cleans, pays for everything. All she does is make fun of him all the time. I couldn't help it. I spoke up and told her she shouldn't be talking. N instantly glared at me and said, "What the fuck does that mean?" And I said, "You got married to a guy who's obsessed with you and you're not skinny. Who are you to say that she should settle?" My friends, to their credit, did not agree or disagree, but N had a whole meltdown that I called her fat and that her relationship is different. I just left the party after that because I couldn't stand being around her anymore. She blocked me on all platforms, and a few friends said she brings me up every time she possibly can. I don't care. I'm tired of her. My husband said that I could have been nicer. Am I the asshole?
Okay. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So in other words, she's saying that S can't be fat and picky. So basically beggars can't be choosers.
But who are you to judge the beggar
Yeah.
when you're coming from the streets yourself? Like, I'm sorry.
And the one who's saying this is a
fat,
big
like
gal herself.
She's a big gal. Like, my thing is that, like, how are you gonna call somebody else fat when you're bigger and then get mad that somebody called you
People
fat?
never look at things like that. People just look at things. People
like if you can't take the heat,
right?
Get
Exactly. Get out the kitchen.
Like,
no. A lot of people are like that. At the same time, when it comes to being overweight or being ugly or being whatever, there is somebody in the world for everybody.
Absolutely.
And it's when you're just looking at the exterior appearance or whatever, there's so much more than that. Look at the amount of people who you see going out and very, very deep relationships with people that you personally find unattractive.
Exactly.
Or vice versa. You know what I mean? I mean, there's something out there for everyone.
Let's talk about
everyone.
That freaking show. Oh my God, those shows. Not
shows.
Biggest Loser, but like the My 500 Pound Life, all of those like shows about people who are gigantic. I feel like nearly every single person I see on that show is like happily married with like 3 kids. Like all of them like found love and are trying to lose weight for their partner or their children or whatever. Like, again, being fat doesn't immediately mean that you are unlovable and ugly.
No, absolutely not. It all has to do with how you feel about yourself.
Exactly.
And we said this, didn't we say this last week?
Yes, confidence is attractive.
Exactly. Confidence is attractive.
Is the most attractive thing that you can have.
Nobody ain't gonna like you if you don't like yourself.
Yes, exactly.
You gotta like yourself first, no matter what you look like, no matter how big you are, no matter how skinny you are, whatever, you've got to like yourself first.
And I think it speaks a lot to this girl that she is so quick to pick out all of the little things about other people, and she's always the one talking about other people. But the second the camera turns back on her, she breaks down.
Yeah, I think we talked about this last week too. A lot of times when you get criticized by someone, anyone, a lot of times that certain types of criticism come from people who think poorly about themselves.
Exactly.
A lot of times you're projecting what you're feeling onto somebody else. That's what my experience has shown me.
This is also something that I was talking about recently, where something I realized is that like the things that I was the most insecure about, or the things that I was like the most attentive to when it comes to flaws, are things that I was raised to think
Right.
were like flaws or things to be insecure about.
exactly,
So like
yeah.
for example, like I was always raised thinking that like it was really, really bad if I left the house with my shoes not being tied. Like that was something that my parents always got on me for. They were like, make
Yeah.
sure you tie your shoes, make sure you tie your shoes, make sure you tie your shoes.
Right.
And so because of that, I would like literally feel like shame and like
If you were left without your shoes being tied.
exactly.
And,
If I'm walking down the street and I notice that my shoe unties, like it's like
Right.
heart stopping fear.
and they just wanted to make sure you didn't trip and fall. And hurt
exactly.
yourself.
Exactly. And like
You internalized it in another way.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then I also noticed that that's something that I'm thinking about when I'm looking at other people.
Right.
When I'm checking to make sure that other people's shoelaces aren't tied. And then I'm like, oh my God, that person's shoelaces aren't tied.
Shame on him or shame on her with your laces untied
So when
walking down
people
the
are
street.
pointing out things about you
Yeah.
that they're saying, oh, well, why is your this not this way? Why are you fat? Why does your hair look this way? Most likely it's because those are things that they feel about
Right.
themselves.
So think about
That's
this.
where it comes
A
from.
bigger woman who is kind of chastising or, who has something to say about another big woman. It's really, this is how she feels about herself.
Exactly. And think about it. You can even think about it this
Even if
way.
she has a good marriage, a good wedding, if she has a husband who dotes on her, this is how she was raised and feels about herself.
And you can even think about it this way. She has all of those things despite being a bigger person.
Exactly.
She might, the thought that, and again, I'm spitballing. I'm not licensed.
Right.
Yet.
Right.
The thoughts that could be going through her head could
Yeah.
be something like, well, I got lucky.
Right.
I got lucky, and this
Yeah,
person,
we don't know her, so we don't know exactly what's going through her mind.
maybe
But
she's thinking again. What did she say? She said, she can't be fat and picky.
yeah, that's funny.
And she's
That's
thinking,
really-
well, I'm the exception.
I'm the
not
exception.
the rule.
I got lucky. I got whatever.
And she needs
Yeah.
to buckle down and find somebody before her time runs
That
out.
is really interesting. That despite the fact that you have a lot of the qualities that you're kind of complaining about or criticizing, I don't know. It's just really interesting that she would think about it that way. I mean, again, we're not in her head.
Nope. Yeah,
we
we
only
don't know
sort
if
of-
that's what she's
we don't know if that's what
but-
she's thinking, but it's a very interesting take on what might be going on. Wow. What would now? Who's the one who was writing this? This is the third sister.
This is the friend.
The friend. Oh, she's
Yes.
a friend.
This is the friend who called her out,
Who called
saying
her
that
out.
like, what did she say? She said, "Oh, you're married to a man who's obsessed with you, and you're not skinny. Why are you saying that she should settle?" Which honestly, I thought was a fine response. Again, the only reason why those words would hurt somebody is if those are things that they are not secure about.
Because remember, I believe at the end of the letter, she stated that she blocked her on every single platform.
For saying that you're not skinny, and you're not skinny,
Right. For telling you the truth, basically. But is that something?
like look in the mirror.
Should she try to reconcile, or should she just let it go and let this person come back of her own free will?
No.
No,
Honestly,
don't reconcile. Just let it go. Just what are you saying?
For me, if this is somebody that you already did not want to, you know me, Pascal. You know how I work. I am the first person to block.
You did say that.
Block.
You did
done.
say that. You did
and
say
this,
that.
She already blocked you. Okay, for me, I block her right back. Goodbye.
I said that.
Don't talk
that's what
to
I
me.
do. I just
and she already didn't like her.
Yeah.
Blocked. I'm sorry.
like I said. I think I said this last week. As I've gotten older, I just disassociate myself. I remove you from my life.
When people show
remove
you
you from
who
my
they
life.
are, believe them.
That's right.
When people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
And this lady has showed you exactly who she is.
She showed
And
exactly.
you already didn't like her, but she didn't show you who she was. So why would you ever want to let her back in?
Right. Wow. That's kind of sad. I don't know how long they've been friends. I don't know if they're good friends or whatever.
But it like honestly, how I look at it is you dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Because you could have stayed friends with this person even longer. And it already sounded like this friendship was starting to turn into resentment.
Yeah.
If you let her back in now, how long before that resentment turns into hatred?
Yeah. Like I said, me, I've just grown. I've had less and less patience. Because
Exactly.
I think actually a friend of mine he said that he's like, Pascal, you don't have any patience, And I said, and I think a year ago, if he had said the same thing, I'd be like, no, I'm a very patient person. And I just responded to him, yeah, you're right. I don't have any patience.
I have patience
I don't
for-
have any patience anymore.
I have patience for people who prove to me that they are worthy of it,
Exactly.
that they can grow.
Otherwise, I really don't have patience anymore.
Exactly.
I don't.
I'm not going to have patience for people who take my advice and do the exact same mistakes over and over and over again.
Exactly.
Because what am I waiting for?
Exactly.
For you to ignore me again?
Yeah, right. Anyway, I think we've come to the end of the show. I'd like to. My name is Pascal Antoine. I'm the station director, and you have been talking to Mr. Christopher Toussaint. This is his show, and if you can let us go by telling us how they can contact you.
Yes.
To be featured, so we can make fun of them. No. So we can feature them on the show. What should they do?
If you want to send in anything, a funny video, a hot take,
Yeah.
a letter, anything, you need advice, send it in at talktomevibe@gmail.com. And we will try to get to you.
At gmail.com. And we'll be back next week.
Yep.
We'll be back next week. So everybody have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Talk to ya. Bye-bye.